And we shift our focus. The Moody report released today stated India's economy to be the fastest growing economy amongst the G20 nations. The report predicted India's economy, highlighting the infrastructure and manufacturing sector. It also talked about the effect that bureaucracy would have on India's FDI attraction and predicted the economy to expand by 5.8% in the coming 2 years. Let's have a look at the key highlights of this report. I have with me Sharad Kohli. Sharad, I'm sure you've gone over what Moody has had to say. What really stood out for you as far as this particular report is concerned?
Well, I think Moody's mood is a bit mixed as far as the report is concerned. Overall, it's not too bad at all. The biggest takeaway for me in the report is, India becoming a 3.5 trillion economy, which is, for the sake of newslex viewers to understand this better, because we talk of dollars. So it's about 290 lakh crore rupees at today's dollar price. So I think Moody's has, whereas it has expressed positivity about India's GDP growth being the fastest amongst the G20 nations and so on and so forth, it has also said that some of the bureaucratic obstacles may be there in approval of various projects which might affect the growth of the country. So I think what Moody's has sent a message that if you can mend that, then you can probably grow faster than what we are projecting. And they've said that infrastructure and manufacturing, these would be the two key areas which would be driving the growth forward, because that's where India might be able to compete China for that matter. Infrastructure in particular, the government initiative of the National Infrastructure Pipeline, where government is committed to spend more than 100 lakh crores. I think that will drive the demand for cement and steel. Of course, manufacturing, the Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat is going to drive the manufacturing, which India desperately needs to propel. But I think we need to pay attention to the fact that the FDIs, they have slowed down. There's been about $41.6 billion of FDI in the financial year 23. That is because of the global headwinds, where the inflation hit UK and US, the two key zones, I would say, from where FDI used to come. So I think FDI, for the first time, we saw a 16% negative FDI in FY23, but that's due to global headwinds, so nothing to do with the Indian economy's performance for that matter. They have their own set of problems in remitting money in India. But I think what India needs to work is bureaucracy, because that's what Moody's has expressed, that the delays in approval of projects, delay in processing of the files or movement of the files, licensing and so on and so forth, I think that needs to be eliminated, because if that be the case, which is where I feel this programs like Gati Shakti, they can play a great role. This Gati Shakti can be enhanced and can be made more effective. We could see these delays being eliminated, and I think where India could grow faster. For me, the next decade is India's decade. And I think if we are able to overcome, I'm glad Moody's has given a very balanced view, whereas it was very bullish about Indian economy. It was also very fairly and squarely pointed out. I won't say that this Moody's report for a change is critical about India, where unlike we saw agenda in some of the reports which come from these agencies. But this time I'm very impressed by the report, because what it has stated is absolute truth on the ground level. And I think a very important case in point, Devika, is that we are looking at $5 trillion economy. I think $5 trillion is now within a stone's throw now. We are well within reach. We are already 3.5, just about $1.5 trillion away from 5. I think we should now start resonating $10 trillion economy, because that's what we should target. I think 5 trillion is a matter of probably 2 to 3 years now, or maybe 4 years. We are not very, very far. So we should now formulate policies as for the $10 trillion economy, which should be next target, where we could become world's third largest economy. We are fifth largest right now, and we are well on course to be just behind US and China. We should leave everything behind. We should leave Japan, Germany behind. And I'm very impressed by Moody's report, Devika. Overall, very balanced and a very, very calculative assessment of the country, Devika.
Right, absolutely, Sharad. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to take us through what the Moody's report really means for India. On that note, viewers, we've run out of time, but more news and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned.